Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dave Cosby for the 7522 Network here in Estes Park, the Estes Park Film Festival. Actually, it's the 5th annual Estes Park Film Festival. Tonight, I'm here with Cliff Archuleta. We just had a joke about that. Tonight, we're here with Cliff Archuleta in his short, which it's really hard for me to say that, Breakaway. Cliff, now you were actually the writer and the director of both of this particular film.
Correct.
Okay, great. How long have you been writing this material before you actually started to put it into production?
This particular film, it was done as a third-year film for Colorado Film School out of Denver, Colorado, which is through the Regis University. And I spent probably 3 months, give or take a few weeks, just in script development. The courses are fairly accelerated, so we do 8-week courses, and that's usually pre-production and writing together. So I did the screenwriting through the process of what that pre-production class would have been, but I came in with a script, I don't know, and say it's 6th or 7th draft. So.
Now, did it start to take a life of its own on once you actually started to go into production? You started to get film.
Oh, definitely, and I think there's a number of stages where it finds its new life, and that can go through the casting process. You know, you have the script, you have this idea, you think it's what it's going to become, and then you find the people who you think are going to be perfect for it, and then it sort of changes. Maybe they're not the precise vision that you had, or maybe they offer something new that you didn't think of. And I think that that's one of my favorite aspects of filmmaking, is that things are constantly changing and evolving and coming together in a way that you never expected.
So it took a life of its own on.
Definitely.
Well, then that's how the process is supposed to go. That's great. Now, I really emphasize the word short, but you know, the thing that I noticed here is that to be able to take a 6-minute frame of time and draw people into a story and get them to associate and value what's going on, it must be, I mean, I would think it'd be even harder to do a short than it is a full feature to get those ideas across, what to put in, what to leave out. Did you find yourself going through debates on that aspect?
Well, you know, in school we watched a lot of shorts. I watched a lot of shorts on my own, and there's this idea of how quick you need to get into it. And I tried to follow that rule in the sense that we start and something's already happening. You know, you don't have time to develop a lot of character through like a feature where you might have 10 minutes to really show us who this person is and how they are and what they're doing. So I tried to create a character that you know something about from the first moment you see him, from the first few images. And with that, I would say that I tried to, not knowing anything about features, I tried to follow that idea to be as immediate and give us as much information without giving us too much information as possible.
Well, I was drawn in, and that was the dynamic of this short that I got a hold of. It was there, the process was occurring, I was drawn in, and it caught my attention. And so it was really stimulating for me to see that done, and I could only fantasize the dynamics that you were actually using, or probably really working over in your mind what tool to use to actually draw people's attention in.
Well, it's frustrating for me because I don't want to make a film that's too everything's too overt. You know everything, and it just has that idea of entertainment. I want people to somehow meet the film in some part of the way with engaging and thinking through what exactly does this mean, why is this here, and to stimulate that process. And you know, as a student, it's really tough. There's not a ton of examples coming through our system that say this is how it's done. So it's a lot of experimentation.
Well, that's because I was drawn in, and I found myself participating, actually, rather than just being fed information. I bought into it, and I was participating into it, and that's what really stimulated me about it.
Thank you.
So, no, it was a pleasure. It was great. Okay, so from here, what do you do? Now, you've been taking this on the road. You've been taking your short to film festivals here. We have some other film festivals in the future we're looking at right now.
Hopefully, we're waiting to hear back from several. Last week we were in DC at DC Shorts which is a pretty, I think they have something like 95, 97 shorts last week out of 1,000, which was pretty cool. There were a lot of great shorts, Student Academy Award winners, and I got to play with some really, really quality films, and I thought that it was a great experience. It's a great experience to be here. There's definitely some great films that I've been seeing over the past few days, and it's exciting.
So you're having a good time,
Definitely.
too. Well, I notice you've been interacting with a lot of the filmmakers, so you find this camaraderie really advantageous for your pursuits.
Yeah, definitely. I feel that we're all here doing the same thing. We all do this because we love it, and I made a joke. I didn't mean to, but yesterday in the Q&A after the film played, people started laughing because I said I can't do anything else, and what I meant was I couldn't allow myself to do anything else. This is what I have to do.
You have to be true to yourself, and this is
Right.
what you're supposed to be doing.
Correct.
Outstanding, Cliff. I want to thank you very much for joining us this evening. I want to thank you. I'm Dave once again for 7522 Network here at the Estes Park Film Festival 2010.